Knowledge they say is power. So if you are planning to Japa or just recently Japa, or maybe you've even spent some years after your relocation, this video is for you. Please watch.
Hi guys, Dr. Zoe again. Good morning. This is Monday morning. I'm about to go to work now in a couple of minutes, but I want to just give one quick video based on a video I watched last night. A girl coming out to the internet to say, "Oh, this abroad is not what she expected. It's difficult. It's that." And I've seen a couple of videos about that lately, and I keep asking myself, is it that we parents don't talk to our kids, or your parents don't talk to you about life? Life is not easy. I guarantee you, there is no successful man or woman today that did not pay their dues. Everybody paid their dues. All those people you see, I don't know whether they say it, but I know, and I'll tell you, all of them. Don Jazzy, you know when you hustled in London, in the days, an OG like me can say that. Tiwa Savage, the same thing, Sainsbury, London. Kiss Daniel, remember when he came to this Calgary about 7-8 years ago? We know reached 20, we did that club in Northeast. It was basically, he just came to perform on stage. Nobody knew you then. You paid your dues. Everybody paid their dues. So people should get off the internet and stop misbehaving, crazy. 2001, I left Nigeria as the first son of my father, who was a chief at the time. He didn't want me to leave. He didn't give me a dime. A dime he didn't give me. And I was doing well. I was in Omaha, I was single, I was in the late 20s. I had a bungalow, a generator, and a V-boot at the time. I sold everything. I got a visa to go to Ireland to do an exam. It was a 6-month visa. I sold up everything. Met my father. My father said, "You think abroad is easy? Go now." It was my mom that went to ACB that time and collected all our savings. It was around £200. Gave me, I got about £1,000 something from the one I sold everything. And I headed out. I took a bus to Lagos. I had my visa. And believe me, when I was on that bus, I said to myself, okay, this abroad I'm going to. I must succeed no matter what it takes. I was there. 9/11 came. 9/11 came, it was the first obstacle. We didn't need transit visa to go to, it was KLM to go to Amsterdam, but because of 9/11, there was a lot of confusion. They needed transit visa. It was already 2 days to my travel. What do I do? I take one nice guy that works with KLM, collected my passport, endorsed it, blah, 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 almost like, saying I'm safe to go. Then that's how I travel. I rushed to Lagos, bent down, buy jacket, buy hats. That was my first travel. It wasn't easy. I didn't even know what to expect. I only knew my classmates in Dublin then. Enter plane, reach, people, they looked me, because to be honest with you, the way I looked at that time, if I think I'm now, I look like a destitute. And no wonder people were looking at me funny on the plane. I got to Amsterdam. The wait time was 4 hours. I no sit up, I no chop, I no brush it, I no do anything, because I didn't want any story. I wanted to be in Dublin. It was a time to check in again. I enter. It was when I entered the plane to Dublin that I brushed my mouth and chopped small. You have to be resolute when you're coming abroad. Listen, forget what Daddy Freeze is my friend. I love him and he knows that. But sometimes, some of the comments is a bit misleading. Oh, this abroad is not what we think it is. This Canada is not what. Anywhere abroad is better than Nigeria, the way Nigeria is now. It's just that you have to pay your dues. You have to put in the grind. Anyway, let me come back to the story. I landed Canada, Dublin at the time, 2021. My friend BBS came to pick me up at the airport. Because of the way I was dressed, even the bag I was carrying was my mom's bag. Because my father didn't send me. It was my mom's bag, and one of the tires was off. I was looking like a destitute. The tire was a bit... The guy gave me sign to meet him outside because nobody could receive me at the airport. I was looking off. I don't care. I entered bus with that. We headed. Another classmate of ours, Hero Stanford House. That was my first night. Lovely community that time in Nigeria. Hero will always cook rice because so many of us were trooping in. Hero will cook rice, big, massive rice with stew he made. Nice guy. I will never forget him. Stanford House. Ask anybody. Hero all of us ate rice. I slept on the floor on the first day. On the floor. Right now, Hero is a psychiatrist in BC, Canada. He connected his friend. Now he's a maxillofacial surgeon in London or Liverpool somewhere. Okay, now came and picked me up the next morning. Because I still had about 1,200 or so, or 300, I paid for small accommodation. I paid for small accommodation in Lucan. In the room, in the house where them were staying, there was a room available. My friend Victor, who's a neurosurgeon today in upstate New York, Victor didn't have much money, but he moved in with me. We were bent on making it. Believe me. In the next morning, after moving into that Lucan, we wake up, we were walking because there was a lot of money in Ireland and they were building stuff. We were walking from one construction site to us and they would look at us and say, what are we here for? We're here to work. We can help you carry this cement and this block up there and you pay us anything you can. Our exam was in 3 months' time, but we needed money to survive. The money I came with was going down. Victor didn't come with much anyway. He was my best buddy, honestly. Anybody that went to University of Nigeria will know all those people I'm talking about, but I'm trying to screen it a bit. But the point is, life is not easy. All of us are big boys now and big girls, but we did not start that way. Listen, the only job we got at that time, my first job was a security man, and thank God for that job. Me and Victor, 600 pounds a week. He was taking 3, I was taking 3. That was my first job. Tom, I don't forget my manager. I was in Dublin 7. I still remember the house today. Even with my asthma, I was a security man in a construction company. I did not mind. Me and Victor were having a good time. We were happy. We were single. As I said, Victor is a neurosurgeon today. Even some people in this Calgary, if they will remember, some of them were vendors with Evening Herald. Where they would drop them up, they come and pick them up from near Euro's house and drop them in Dublin 7 where we were security people. So by the time we're starting work around 6 o'clock, they're already there selling paper. When they have their break, they will come in and chill in the building. Today, they are professors of medicine in this Calgary, not 1, not 2, not 3. One of them said he was a cleaner. He was travel up and down the steps cleaning things. Life is not easy. You have to put in your grind. Get off your phone and start telling me that abroad is not good. Don't even say that again. This is the best place for you. God has done it for you. Go and put in the grind. It is what it is. After a while of getting a security job, I got another one in the daytime, Tracom. You wake up in the morning, tidy yourself up, chop small, then go. The Nigerians were trooping in. We got what we call Nigerian Embassy at that time. One big house. They were like up to 50 there. We were paying little money. You will sleep in turns, depending on the shifts you're doing. This is what we went through. I don't know what's wrong with people these days. Do you know that I recently posted my profile on Instagram. You see all the certificates. Believe me, my father only paid for the first line. Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, University of Nigeria. After that, I paid for the rest. The money I used to pay for that master, for the diploma in tropical medicine in RCSI in Ireland, was from the security job. The money I used for diploma in musculoskeletal, it was from the security job. Abroad is different. I remember my mom called me one time and said, I heard you're working in the post office. I said, Mom, believe me, I am not lucky enough to work in a post office in Ireland. A friend of mine now, Tex, Tex is a psychiatrist in Saskatoon. Tex was the highest paying guy because he was an HCA, which you call HCA is like a carer. And BBS too was an HCA. It's the highest job you can do. People, I'm saying this because I don't think I've even sat down to say this to my kids. They follow me, they will listen to this too, and they will learn. Life will pay you, but there is benefit in hard work. That's the difference. Even those your senators and politicians in Nigeria that steal your money, they put in the grind too. Everybody puts in the grind. Tunde, not that is so popular today, he put in the grind. Tunde was not this popular from day one. Take it from me. For you kids, I think the thing is, somebody needs to say that to you. My favorite shop when I was in Ireland was Aldi and Lidl. My first car, I only bought it 2017. After working as a doctor for 15 years. It's not easy. You have to understand life. Things have changed lately in Canada. Some of the Shell executives that were in Nigeria, big boys, they're doing Uber, but they're comfortable doing it. They're doing Uber Eats. I love that. If things change, you change with it. I always tell my kids, I will never forgive you if you don't work hard. It doesn't matter the result. put in the grind, work hard, then success is guaranteed. Abroad here remains the best. Trust me. Don't mind all the things you see. And please, get off your camera and go to work. Stop complaining. We did not complain. Thank you.
Leave your comment down below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification button.